much. And at this time, Lisa will give us her drush.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. My title for my drash today is "You're Lost Without Connection." So Thursday, I come home from work. I had got groceries, so I put those away, and I started to wash dishes, and I'm like, I could be listening to music while I'm doing this. So I turned on my portable speaker, brought up one of my Amazon music playlists, and it played like half of a verse of a song, and then it just stopped. A couple other things happened. I had a voicemail on my phone, so I called the number to try to listen to that. It wouldn't dial the number. And I had sent an email earlier in the day. I got a reply back from that. I tap on I'm doing all this stuff on my phone. I'm tapping on that, and all I see is this blue circle going around. And then somebody from work tried to call me because they had a question about something, and I could hear them talking, but they couldn't hear me. So this was a little bit frustrating for me because, I'm like, what is going on here? Why is this happening? Why is this not working? Well, we are having some issues with our Wi-Fi. And I knew that all this was available to me, right? I had this music downloaded on my phone. I knew that someone had sent me an email. I knew somebody called me. I knew they had to get a hold of me. I knew I had a voicemail that I had to listen to. But I couldn't get any of that. So this kind of reminded me of what happened with Israel, believe it or not. Because they knew what God had promised them. He said, I'm going to take you to the promised land. So why weren't they there, right? I mean, they're wandering around in the desert 40 years. It's because they didn't have a two-way connection. They were only getting half of it, right? And the reason they didn't have that is because they believed the bad report of the spies instead of what God said. It was a one-way connection, and they could not receive because of that. And something that Alan said this morning, he said, we draw near to him, and he draws near to us. That's a two-way connection. You have to have both parts. And, sometimes we can behave like that. And I want to read verses from Isaiah 1:16 and 17. That's how we restore our connection, right? By obedience. Wash and make yourselves clean. Put away the evil of your deeds from before my eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do good. Seek justice. Relieve the oppressed. Defend the orphan. Plead for the widow. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Shabbat Shalom.
Amen. Thank you, Lisa. Good job. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today.